While the streets of Krat ran red with the blood of puppets and the tears of the betrayed, a much colder game was being played in the shadows. The ending of Lies of P is not merely the conclusion of a puppet's journey toward humanity. It is the opening of a door into a vast, terrifying alchemical conspiracy that spans the globe. To truly understand the weight of the secret ending, we must look away from Geppetto's workshop and toward the man on the train, Philippus Paracelsus, and the girl walking the tracks toward the horizon. This reveal recontextualizes every struggle we endured in Krat, transforming a personal tragedy into a single data point in an experiment of cosmic proportions. The man we once knew as Giangio, the humble and sickly merchant seeking the gold coin fruit, is unmasked as Philippus Paracelsus. This name is a deliberate reference to the real-world historical figure often called the father of toxicology and a titan of alchemy. In the universe of Lies of P, Paracelsus is a high-ranking member of an ancient, secret organization of alchemists that far outclasses the localized faction led by Simon Manus. As he speaks into his telephone on a moving train, he confirms with chilling detachment that the Krat experiment was a success. This single line changes everything. It tells us that Geppetto, for all his brilliance and madness, was never the ultimate authority. He was an instrument, perhaps even a test subject himself, used by a global network to see if a human heart could be manufactured within a puppet's frame. The alchemists weren't just watching Krat, they were cultivating it, using the suffering of an entire city to harvest the data required to achieve their true goal, the secret of eternal life. Paracelsus speaks of the records of the alchemists and the potential of the P organ, viewing P's evolution not as a miracle of the soul, but as a breakthrough in biological engineering. To these shadow dwellers, P is the proof of concept that the boundary between the artificial and the living can be permanently erased. But the most shocking revelation is the existence of others. Paracelsus mentions that he will begin looking for the other key, a girl he believes is called Dorothy. This mention, coupled with the final image of a young girl in a blue dress and ruby slippers walking down the tracks, shatters the isolation of the story. It confirms that we are not just playing a game based on Pinocchio, but a game set within a shared, dark fairy tale universe where the legends of our childhood are being dissected and weaponized by the alchemists. The presence of Dorothy Gale suggests that the next chapter of this saga will take us to a ruined, Gothic interpretation of Oz. But this will not be the whimsical land of the yellow brick road. If Krat is any indication, Oz will be a landscape of alchemical horror, perhaps where the Tin Man's search for a heart or the Scarecrow's search for a brain are literal, gruesome experiments conducted by the same organization that monitored Geppetto. Dorothy is called a key, implying that she possesses a unique property or an advanced form of ergo that the alchemists need to complete their grand design. Her ruby slippers are likely not just shoes, but powerful alchemical artifacts, perhaps even the source of her own immortality or a means of traveling between the different experiment sites like Krat and Oz. This ending suggests that the alchemists are seeking to create a new breed of humanity, one that is immortal and perfectly controllable. P was the first success, the boy who gained a heart through the crucible of lies and loss. Dorothy is the next target. This sets the stage for a sequel where P might no longer be the only protagonist, or perhaps where he must act as a guardian to prevent others from suffering the same fate he did. The mystery of the eternal life is the ultimate prize for Paracelsus and his kin, and they are willing to burn down entire civilizations to find the right combination of keys. The man on the train is the messenger of a new age, an age where fairy tales are the blueprints for a terrifying evolution. By introducing the Wizard of Oz elements, the developers have expanded the scope of the lore from a citywide crisis to a world-altering conflict. We are forced to wonder how many other experiments are happening across the globe. Is there a Neverland where children never grow old because of alchemical stasis? Is there a Wonderland where the madness is a side effect of high-concentration ergo? Paracelsus is the thread that ties all these nightmares together. He is the observer, the one who judges which civilizations are worthy of continuing and which are merely fuel for the fire of progress. His calm, professional tone on the phone suggests that the tragedy of Krat was just another day at the office for the alchemists. The girl on the tracks, Dorothy, represents a new kind of hope and a new kind of danger. As her slippers click 3 times against the wood of the railroad, we are reminded that there is no place like home. But for P and Dorothy, home has been destroyed by the very people who created them. The next game will likely explore the confrontation between these two keys and the alchemist order. Will P find an ally in Dorothy? Or will their conflicting natures lead to a clash that determines the future of all life? The alchemical pursuit of the soul is a journey without an end, a path that leads through the darkest parts of the human psyche and out the other side into a world of clockwork and magic. Ultimately, the secret ending of Lies of P is a masterpiece of world building. It rewards the player for their persistence by revealing that the world is much larger and more dangerous than they ever imagined. The man on the train and the girl in the ruby slippers are the architects of a future that we are only just beginning to see. The puppet strings may have been cut, but the alchemists are already spinning a new web, one that reaches far beyond the walls of Krat. As we prepare to step onto the yellow brick road, we must carry the lessons of P with us. That humanity is not something given by a creator, but something earned through the courage to feel, to suffer, and to lie for the sake of love. The experiment continues, and the world of Oz awaits with its own dark secrets and hidden hearts. In the coming sequel, we can expect the themes of identity and the price of power to be magnified. If P is the successful merger of machine and soul, Dorothy may represent the merger of nature and alchemy. The conflict will no longer be about one man's grief, but about the survival of the human spirit in a world that views souls as a commodity. Paracelsus will be watching, his hand on the pulse of the world, waiting to see which key will finally unlock the door to eternity. The journey through Krat was just the beginning. The real story is written in the stars and the ruby-colored dust of the path ahead.
I have a final report on the Krat experiment.
You certainly took your time, Paracelsus. Your findings?
I think we have a new brother. A new type of humanity, so to speak.
There are many forms of eternal life.
It's intriguing and worth further observation.
Noted. And we'll have to get his arm back anyway.
I'm counting on it. Expect another report at the next meeting. Paracelsus returning. And when I return, I will find her. For sure. Another key of ours. Dorothy.